experiences around this. And so you get to own what happened and share that with the class. And in that you can say, this is what I did, this is who I harmed, this is why it's not okay, and us talking about it is our first step. So I see that happening.
I feel like I still want to be able to trust you because I never even gave you a chance, and I feel like you took advantage of me. I mean, I definitely took advantage of you, but in your situation, but at the same time, it's like you just completely stood over me and humiliated me in front of everybody because it's just, I mean, school's already hard enough, and then I had to put up with that.
Can you explain what that's about, Robbie, for you?
I mean,
safe enough to do that?
I mean, we were sitting there doing the blog thing, and then she's sitting there at her desk and banging on it when I'm trying to...
When you say she, who do you mean?
Laura, and I was just trying to finish my history project, and I couldn't even read a sentence without losing focus. I couldn't just grasp a single word in that sentence without losing meaning of a single word. Just because he was sitting there and going at this desk like it was some sort of pedal.
And what's that about for you?
I don't want to blame it on something that can be stopped, but I mean, I have ADD, and it's like, you just took advantage of that, and you just completely invaded everything in my life. Like, the challenge of my everyday life is already hard enough. And it's already hard to function.
When you're hearing what Robbie said there, Laura?
Well, first of all, I did not know. And if I knew, I wouldn't have done it to begin with. I just thought it was annoying him, as in just, it's an annoying noise. But I didn't realize it was because he actually just has ADD. Like, if I knew that, I would have never done it, even though we are getting on each other's cases. That's just not fair to be using his disability against him.
So what does that tell you about what you need to do?
Stop tapping the desk with my finger.
Be a good start, right? Would that be a good start? It was very courageous of you to share what you did.
Laura, when you look at Robbie and see how he's feeling right now, has there ever been a time in your life where maybe you've experienced something like that, where something has been that painful for you? Maybe, is there a way that you can relate to how he's feeling right now?
Yes.
Would you like to share?
A couple of years ago, my dad decided to leave, and I felt so helpless because there was nothing I could do, and we ended up not being able to afford the house we were living in, so we had to move. And we moved to this one town, and I ended up getting along with everyone there, learning how to adapt to that, and I was popular there and everyone liked me, and my mom said that would be the last time we had to move. Then she lost her job there, and we had to move again a couple weeks before school started, and I had to learn to readapt to a new town far from where I used to live, and no one I knew here. And then my first day of school, already having someone bullying me just made it even harder. So I decided that if I can't control the stuff that's happening at home, that I would decide to control it at school and how I acted. And if someone was going to be bullying me, I would do it right back to him. But I should have been the bigger person.
Is there a way you can work together and show everybody who you really are?
I mean, when we think back to Miss Kelly's idea,
I think that would work.
you think so?
go into it, and I guess we could go into it together. We can go into it together, we can write blogs together, whatever. We can talk to people together about what's going on. If they want to ask us, hey, why are you guys writing blogs together? Why are you sitting in the same desk together? Then they can ask, because I think we can tell them.
Is that something you could do, Laura?
I agree with him.
Did you guys actually work together? What would help support that? What do you need to make that work? Look who's volunteering already. Shaky Brando.
Oh, I'd like to.
Anybody? Really?
I just want you back in class, and I want you to feel safe. You know, and I'm really excited about where this is going.
I've been just kind of jotting down some notes as we've been going. So what I've got so far is that Robbie and Laura have agreed that together they'll work on writing a blog that will talk about the impact of how this event has had on them and how they would like to try to solve their issue in a way that might help support the classroom.
And what they've learned.
And what they've learned. Is that accurate so
can
far?
Share that.
I think that's a fabulous idea. Given that it was the blog that kind of started all this.
Really?
Not really, but I was just going to ask Dad if there was anything. How are you feeling? Is there anything that you need? Is this working for you so far?
No, it is. It is. No, I certainly feel better. The last few days we've certainly gotten through some things. I have definitely learned that I would never go back to high school. But I'd like to think that everybody will come out of this better. I know we will. Yeah, no, it's good.
What about you, Mom?
Well, I think I'd like to take advantage of some counseling. I need to be more available to her. That's become painfully obvious to me, and I need to work really hard to get out of the headspace where I've been, so that she doesn't have to try so hard for me to hear her when she needs me.
So we can agree on the blog? That works for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So why don't we say we guys get started on it right away?
Wow.
Okay. Does that work for you?
Yep.
And Judy and I will kind of help you through that in terms of making sure that you guys are following through with the plan. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Miss Kelly said that she'd offer some help. And how do you guys feel about reading that out in front of the class when it's all done? That's a way of trying to help you out the class.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Is there anything else anyone else needs?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Go for a walk?
A group hug.
A group hug. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't
Shawn doesn't like this part.
I don't know. You guys can hug.
It's really not going to work for me either.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
That was really good.
Everything that happened at the beginning of the year was kind of weird and frustrating at the same time. And to hear about them now is, I find, a lot better, and I'm happy that they're finally getting along, and that, yeah, they may not want to necessarily be friends, but it's nice to know that this hopefully won't be happening again, and to know that nobody's actually going to get hurt in this was quite a relief.
So we got a presentation on everything that's been happening recently, and it was pretty awkward then, but since it's been a couple weeks, there's been a lot less tension in the halls. The teachers have been a lot less frustrated. It's kind of weird actually how it's all actually happening. You hear all about this in the news, you don't actually think this could happen in your life. But everyone kind of knew what was going on, but they didn't actually take action. They didn't think it was that serious. But when Laura said that note, that kind of freaked everybody out. It's really good that they did this meeting thing. I don't know much about it, but it's real good that that everything's better now, and it's a safer environment for everyone to be at in school. Yeah, it's just great that they've worked things out. There's no tension at all anymore.